This is a 4x8 1/2 inch foam board that I got from Home Depot. It still has foil on the back of it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out a 2-inch strip to use as a guide so I can continue on and finish the whole entire sheet and have all my picket fences from this, the foam boards. Now you might run into a problem where some of the foil that's on the back of them will be coming off, and you can go ahead and glue these down with just about almost anything, except probably not super glue, but you can try. Here I am just using a glue stick, but you can try hot glue as well. It should work, shouldn't be an issue, but for me the glue stick worked just fine. Now these are the 3 chosen colors, which is black, khaki, and it's sort of like a green, dark green color that I'm going to use here. And as you see here, I'll show you the paint, but I'm also showing you like how I've got the boards set up. This one is not that much efficient in painting the boards all the way, and as we go along I'll show you, you'll kind of see why, and then I'll show you a second better method, and then my last method is the most effective in painting most of the surface on both sides of these foam boards. Now the way that I'm painting this is I'm using that dark green color, then I'll be laying down the khaki, and then I'll be going over with the black, but then I'll be kind of like repeating it because I'm looking for a certain color tint in the boards, but then also trying to cover up all that writing that's on there. So you can have like a crazy pattern. It doesn't have to be like straight down, straight up. No, you don't want to do full coverage. You want to kind of break it up a little bit as you're painting it with the different colors. See, so you can see the nice pattern that I have on these foam boards, and then now I'm going to go over it with the black because I'm going to darken it a little bit and just kind of like give it a more of a creepy look to it, and break up some of the the different colors that are put in there, like the light tone khaki, and then the green as well. So that way we get a good disbursement. So this was great in getting the boards covered on top, but it wasn't getting the sides of the foam board. So that was my problem with it. So then I decided, hey, why don't I just spread these out? And I felt that this is more efficient in getting the coverage because I can get the edges of the foam boards on both sides, left and right. And then of course the top part, is still no problem in doing this. So I kind of like this one a little bit better. But later on I'll show you that there's a more and most effective and efficient way in doing this. That way you get the most out of your paint job here, because the paint goes pretty quickly when you're spraying it down, and depending on how much wind, all that comes into play. And so as you can see, I'm just being sporadic, spraying certain areas. I'm not really trying to do much of a pattern. I am being, really careful doing the khaki lightly in some areas. And then, I'll spray a light coating over it with the black, which you'll see later on here, because, it just depends on how and what kind of effect you're looking to get out of the boards and how you want them to look. So then now I switch to the other side so I can spray the other side at an angle here. And you want to get all the way down from the top to the bottom. And you know, it is a process, but then why show you the same thing over again? So we'll kind of like jump through that. And as you can see, I got both sides, and I kind of covered the boards now with lightly with the black and getting it the way I want it to look. Now that I got the front side, I got to do the back side, the silver side or the foil side. Need to kind of cover this with some paint because I really don't want that shining through or, you know, showing through. Especially when people walk up, when they look back, I want them to be able to see same thing. You know, a dark, beat up fence in a way. And here we see these are going to be my final touch-ups that I'm doing on these boards right now. Now I feel that this is an even faster and most efficient way in taking care of the edges of the foam boards on both sides, and then able to paint, you know, the boards entirely after that. But this worked a lot better and a lot faster, saved me a little bit more on painting the boards because I don't have to spray, you know, spray it several times. I start one side and then go all the way down. I'm able to take care of it. And then I have to flip this over to get the other side. So my efforts here turn out really good and getting a good spray and coverage on these foam boards. And I really don't want it to be straight all the way dark or full. You know, I still want some kind of, you know, pattern, misshapen pattern here, because then some pieces need to be light, some pieces need to be dark. So it's still kind of sporadic, but still you don't want to do a full coverage. Now's the time that you want to take and go ahead and flip it over, and you want to start on the other side. And see, look how quick that was. I got the tops of the boards. I noticed with some of the boards, the tips need to be a little bit darker. So now on this side, yeah, I'm putting a little bit more coverage, but still I'm going to be more sporadic as well throughout the rest of it here. And you'll see what I'm saying. Now everything's looking good, and I will do the fronts and backs later. I don't need to show that to you, but we can move on to the next step. Now this is the fence frames here that I pre-painted with a green and with a brown latex paint. And then now I'm coming in and I'm going to go ahead and use the spray paint that we have, the black, the khaki, and the green. And this way I'm going to do all around both sides of these frame boards, so everything will match along with the picket fence boards that I have as well. I just wanted to show you that I'm using this Velcro, and I drilled a hole all the way through both pieces of boards, and then using this straightened out piece of chain link that I took off an old light or lamp in my house, and this actually works really well to hold the boards together and strong, and it will allow you to hold other boards that you put together for the interconnecting pieces of the fences. I just wanted to get a shot here so that way you can see that it holds it rather well and really close to the other connecting board. So this is just one section. I have several sections, and they all interconnect together the same way as they connect to their stake boards that are in the ground. Only for this video, I'm just going to show you this one section with a few boards on it. And this metal insert is the key to holding the boards together. This is what I'm using to hold the boards to the frame. So I just need to cut out like a 1/2 inch section from these two pieces here. Just have some really sharp scissors, remove the backing that you have here, and then place this near the bottom about 4 to 5 inches from the bottom of the board. So everything looks good. I'm about 4 inches from the bottom with that Velcro piece, and then I'm pretty sure at the very top there it was roughly between 19 and 20 inches from the tip to the end there for the other Velcro to be placed. Now this is crucial because then it allows you just to be able to, stick the board right on there after the backing's been removed onto the frame. And after you've done a few of them, this is what it looks like. Now my suggestion is that if you're going to do this, basically do the entire length of your framing that you have set up, and then you're going to have to do it to every section you have, and then let that dry for about 4 or 5 hours. Let it just sit in the sun and take it out, and then bring that section inside and let it cool off. Then go ahead and remove the boards, but then utilize like a plastic piece, a credit card, gift card, or even a butter knife, and separate the two pieces of Velcro. And that is it. I'll be able to finish the rest later on, but I wish you luck on your project, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.